Family of murdered Mamelodi cousins hit by wave of online hatred. The DA says BEE made ANC elites rich and left South Africa poor. Now it wants to rewrite the rules on empowerment. Hurricane Melissa slams into Jamaica. Some dead as record-breaking Category 5 storm batters the island. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
The family of two young Mamelodi women murdered after a night out say their grief has been made worse by cruel attacks on social media. 22-year-old Tsiamo and 21-year-old Baleseng Moramaga were shot just streets from their home in the early hours of Sunday morning. Police have arrested a 38-year-old man believed to have been in a relationship with one of the victims. But instead of sympathy, the family has faced online slander and victim blaming.
It's a lie that my girls were with men for money. How would they do that? Men killing you these days for their money. Tiamo was a beautician who offered makeup and hair services for a living, and Baliseng was a third-year education student. It's not true.
A police ballistic analyst has detailed how he was able to link the firearms used in the murder of Opa Sifuka, popularly known as DJ Sambodi, to several other high-profile murders. Captain Solomon Modisane, a senior forensic analyst with the South African Police Service, has been testifying before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry today. Modisane says he conducted an extensive comparative analysis of cartridge cases and bullets recovered from the DJ Sambodi murder scene and matched them to evidence from other cases. His findings revealed that the same rifle was used in the killings of Vereniging engineer Armand Swart and businessman Don Tindleni.
I found that these cartridge cases were fired in the same firearm, so they bear common origin. This specific firearm that I'm referring to, it's a 7.62 by 39 millimeter caliber Russian Kalashnikov model AK-47, full automatic assault rifle.
Deputy Police Minister Castle Matale says Minister Senzo Mkunu's decision to disband the political killings task team caught him by surprise. Testifying before Parliament's ad hoc committee on police corruption, Matale said he first saw the directive on social media and was later called by Mkunu, who confirmed writing the letter.
On the social media, that's where I picked it up.
A social worker who assessed self-confessed killer Amber Lee Hughes says her borderline personality disorder contributed to the murder of 4-year-old Nada Jane Chalita. Hughes appeared in the Johannesburg High Court for sentencing after being found guilty of murdering and raping her former partner's child in 2023.
Borderline personality that she is suffering. She cannot deal with frustration. She cannot deal with anger. She does not have the skills, the personality skills to direct her anger.
The case has been postponed to next year to allow for the defence to present more evidence. Now, the Health Department says it is exploring new ways to fund national health insurance, including scrapping medical tax credits, redirecting subsidies, and adding payroll taxes. Health Minister Aaron Matsoaledi says money already in the system can be directed.
If you bring back the money to the poor, we'll leave you to your own vices. Why are you being given tax credits for joining a medical aid when an ordinary person on the street cannot be?
MPs remain wary of new taxes and want clarity on whether the Treasury will ring-fence funds for the NHI. The DA says poor South Africans have a better chance of escaping poverty in areas it governs. The party unveiled a new billboard along Johannesburg's N1 reading, BEE made ANC elites rich and left South Africa poor. It's all part of the DA's push to scrap broad-based black economic empowerment and replace it with its own public procurement amendment bill.
And in South Africa, the vast majority of unemployed and poor are black people. They get the best free basic services package where the DA governs. They get the best opportunities, the best public access through transport and various other things. It is far better for a poor person to land up in a DA administration because they can get onto the ladder of getting out of poverty.
The South African Weather Service has dismissed fresh allegations of fraud, corruption, and tender irregularities, saying there's no storm brewing inside the organization. Management has been accused of financial mismanagement, abuse of power, and shielding executives from accountability, claims the entity says are false.
South African Weather Service has a zero-tolerance approach to fraud, corruption, and collusion. The entity would furthermore welcome any independent investigation instituted by the Executive Authority into any allegations of corruption and/or collusion.
The Public Servants Association is urging NSFAS to implement stricter financial controls to curb the growing rate of students who use their allowances to gamble. The association has noted that the practice is a danger to students and could lead to a debt crisis among tertiary students. PSA has also highlighted that this behaviour undermines the purpose of the scheme and threatens the academic career of students.
The matter is exacerbated by the report by the SIU that over 2 billion in overpayments were made to higher education institutions and that approximately 40,000 students received incorrect payments between 2018 and 2021.
Now, if you've got a sweet tooth as an adult, it might not be your fault. Blame baby food. Researchers at Stellenbosch University are warning that early exposure to sugary flavours could be shaping children's long-term eating habits. They found that more than a third of baby foods sold in South Africa contain added flavourings, many of them misleadingly labelled as natural. Experts say this could make children prefer sweet tastes over real food flavours, setting up unhealthy eating patterns for life.
We found that many packaged foods for babies and young children sold in South Africa contain flavourings that could harm their eating habits and health. To protect our babies and young children, the flavourings in these commercial complementary foods need to be re-evaluated and labelling regulations must be properly enforced.
2 suspects allegedly linked to the brazen Louvre Museum heist have been arrested over the weekend. CNN reports that one of the suspects was arrested shortly before fleeing the country. According to French news outlet BFM TV, authorities traced the suspects after reviewing more than 150 DNA samples. The stolen jewels have not been recovered since the arrests. People have died after Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Jamaica. This Category 5 storm is the most powerful storm ever recorded on the island, with winds topping 200 kilometers per hour. Evacuation orders have been issued for vulnerable coastal areas as the storm unleashes torrential rain and life-threatening floods. The storm hit St. Elizabeth Parish before moving towards Cuba and the Bahamas.
So we had everything anyway here. We have food, drinks, soap, toothpaste. So just agree to let everybody stay here. We have the company as well. I'm concerned about the farmers, the fishermen.
And we'll leave you with those images. See you for more again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.